everyone, it's Martin again. Doing another vlog because I like the last one, but we just haven't done one in a while. I hear some chickadees too. Oh, there's one right there. So targets today are deer. I'm in a cemetery. It's a local spot. Nowhere near as crazy as our last vlog, you know, going after moose and whatnot. But I spotted 2 deer. Those might be mule deer, actually. I've never seen one in here, but they might be. Huh. Well, we're about to find out. So I'm gonna shoot them a little bit, do some video, whatnot, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah. So these are mule deer in the city. This is rare, I think. I'm gonna see how close they'll let me get to him. There's 2 mule deer does, but this is definitely not what I expected. So yeah, I thought they were whitetails for sure, and then I looked in my lens and I'm like, holy crap. So I'm gonna work with these guys. It's the first time I've gotten to work with them since I've been out here. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so these are my first mule deer in here. There's a buck and 2 does. There's also a white-tailed deer down that way, which is what I always see in here, but mule deer is really cool. I've never had that in here or in the city or anything. So this is pretty awesome. We'll get some shots and some video. Alright, y'all, so 2 mule deer kind of came and checked me out a little bit. That was kind of nerve-wracking, but very cool. I got a bunch of video. We got 1 buck with 1 antler, a little guy that I think is a fawn, and then we've got a doe. Whitetails over that way somewhere. Just got a bunch of frame-filling portraits and stuff. Super boring stuff, but it's a mule deer, so this is my first time shooting these guys since I've been out here, so yeah, it's been really awesome. So I decided to come over and take a little bit of a better look at my little whitetail over here. I think I recognize this one. I mean, good chance I've seen her before, but not super regularly. Mules are over there. You can see them. But yeah, so I got some video and some photos of this guy. Not a ton. Planning to work more with the mules. And then there's an 8-point whitetail in here named Braun, who's super chill. And he was my main target for today. I haven't seen him in a little bit. But I think I might stick with these mules instead because this is new. Alright, update. So I think the deer might have just been curious about me lying down, and that's an important thing about shooting these guys too. Shooting whitetail or deer or pretty much anything, you want to have your lens hood on the ground basically. It helps to get the best background a lot of the time. So yeah, I'm just lying on the ground, putting my camera on the ground. It helps for stabilization for video, helps get better background for images. Sorry, they're over there. And yeah, so as I said, just gonna work with these guys. I'll keep you updated as to what's going on, but I've got a bunch of slow-mo videos and stuff that are gonna be really fun to put in the video too, so yeah. So here's what I was talking about last clip, lying on the ground with my lens hood on the ground. There's the doe, fawns over there. I do not know where the buck, oh, he's behind that headstone. You can see his leg there. But yeah, these guys are definitely being very entertaining. And I will stick with them. Alright, so the shoot's going pretty good, as you can see. Got my lens hood on the ground. They've lied down now. So that's pretty chill, the buck's over there. But yeah, so I'm just looking for areas where there's a lot of background separation, looking to avoid getting the headstones in the frame, and keeping them, well, shooting them when they're in the shadow. And I'm gonna try for some backlit images, which basically just means getting a shot of the subject when the light source is coming from behind it. So it should be fun. I've still got about 30 minutes left of light or so we'll see what happens. So another update, one of the big whitetail bucks, not Braun, but one of them is right there. I have not seen a decent whitetail buck in here for a while. I'm gonna leave the mules, which are right there. You see them? I'm gonna leave them. I'm gonna go after this white-tailed buck, see if I can get him backlit real quick, and see what happens. And I'm gonna come back to the mules. So, yeah, I'm gonna work some whitetails, and I'll be back. Yeah, so there's that group of whitetails right there. That buck on the right-hand side is kind of jumpy, so I'm giving them space. Here's my mules. They've completely forgot I exist, so just working on getting backlit now. Something cool just happened. The whitetail just came by and said hi to the mule deer. He's behind the bush. I gotta go. These guys are about to get in a really good position. See that light back there? It's gonna be nice. Okay, I gotta go. So I think I just got some backlit images that I liked. I'm gonna back up. There's one of the little fawns lying down right there. They've chilled out. They're pretty calm with me now. But yeah, so I left the mule of the whitetails alone because the one buck didn't seem to like me. So I'm just just following around the mule deer. The one fawn just got up, but the other two are just walking around doing their thing. Oh, this is sorry, I'm trying to watch these guys and hold the camera. But yeah, so I think I've definitely got some shots I like today. I'm just trying to not stress them out or anything. And yeah, so this is going pretty good. So yeah, these guys completely chilled out. I think they're just curious about me earlier. I just wanted to give them some space just to make sure, but yeah, they've completely chilled out. They're all just hanging together. Beautiful colors in the sunset tonight, and I had a really good time. Yeah, but I think that's a wrap. That's some really nice colors over there too. Really good day. That was really fun. I think I had some decent whitetail images too when they came over and said hi to the mule deer, and the first time I went after them. So probably just gonna sit and watch these guys for a little bit, then I'll post-process them, do an audio recording, and go over some of the images and videos and stuff. But yeah, that was pretty cool. So see you guys later. All right, y'all. So it's about 2 days later, and it's about 2 days after the video is filmed. I've post-processed most of the frames that I like. I still got to do a few more, but yeah, that was really fun. So basically, I'm just gonna do a final this is just the final thing to talk about what I did, go over the images. This is just an audio, so I'm going to overlay video and photos and stuff like that, what was going down when I was there. But yeah, so basically I've been going to this spot for like 3 or 4 months now, and mainly I've been shooting whitetails in there. There's a really strong, not population, but there's a really strong group of whitetails in there. I've seen probably like 20 to 25 different individuals that have come through the cemetery. As I mentioned, my main target usually, or my favorite one to shoot, is this 8-point buck named Braun. Unfortunately, I have not seen him in a little bit, but I haven't hit the cemetery as much as I would like to in the last like 2 weeks or so. So yeah, I hope to get him a little bit, but this last time I didn't even get to search the rest of the cemetery. But yeah, so this is also the same place I ran into the bear that I mentioned in our recap episode that I did with me and Alex, and that was really trippy. But yeah, so I walk in, as you saw, and I just ran into those 3 mule deer right as I was filming that first clip. And mule deer in there is really uncommon. As I said, I haven't seen a mule deer since I've been here. I've worked with them before in the past on other trips, but I haven't even seen a mule deer since I've been in college out in Montana. And I've gone hiking in the hills and like out in the farmland and stuff like that. Still haven't seen mules, and this is pretty in the city. It's more on the outskirts of the main part of the city, but it's like in there, And yeah, just to see mule deer, just chilling in the middle of this cemetery when they're not even supposed to be anywhere remotely near the city was really, really cool. Even though it was just 3. In the beginning, I was a little wary. When I first started working with them, I was expecting them to bolt. I thought they kind of just got lost. Ended up in the cemetery because I had the least, amount of people in the town, and I was expecting them to just not really like me. But as soon as I lied down and started photographing them, one of the does, the bigger doe, I think one of them might have been like a yearling fawn, but I'm not sure. But the bigger doe and the buck walked real close to me. I didn't have my bear spray. I didn't want to startle them, so I just kind of lied there. I was like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" I think they were just curious of me, but after that I did give them a little bit more space for like an hour or so shooting them. But I think it was just curiosity, because eventually, and what happens with urban deer that you work with, what happens with my whitetails too. When I show up, usually my whitetails are kind of skittish. they kind of avoid me. After 30 minutes to an hour, they just forget you're there. By the end of the night, I had these mules just kind of just walking by me like I was just a statue. So big thing about photographing urban deer: walking really slow, being quiet, no sudden movements, not talking loud, not stepping on branches, not stepping on leaves, stuff like that. If you're very quiet and you're very slow and have predictable movements, good chance those deer will let you very close, and they'll probably just forget you exist. But yeah, this is the closest I've ever been to mule deer, except for one time in a parking lot, in a hotel right outside of Yellowstone. I had two in the parking lot that let me get pretty close, but still, I mean, this was a much better opportunity. I worked with them for about 3 hours, and as I said, they just forgot I existed. And at one point, as I mentioned in the video, but I had to cut that clip short because they were about to get into a good position. The group of whitetails that I ran into while I was there kind of just not collided, but mixed with the mule deer group, and they kind of just stood with each other and looked at each other, whatnot, and then they just went their separate ways. But yeah, the one group of whitetails had a doe. I got one vertical frame backlit that I was particularly happy with of that one doe. It was a small buck. He was pretty chill too. Then there was it wasn't even decent. It was still a small buck, but he had some interesting antlers, and he was not a fan of me right off the bat. He saw me and kind of trotted away, so I left the group alone for the most part after that. But I did manage to get that shot of the doe. There's probably more whitetails all throughout the cemetery. There's a pair. One of them doesn't have a tail, and then the other one might be like a yearling buck. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's just two does, and one doesn't have a tail. They're really chill. I photographed them in the snow couple, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, so that was really awesome. There's brawn, obviously. There's a couple other bucks. So yeah, there's a lot of good whitetails in there, but these mules were really awesome. It was a great day to do a vlog. I was very happy that I filmed it on this day. And yeah, but the main, after the first half of the session, I just focused on getting a lot of basic, clean background, sharp, basic stuff. Hard to do creative stuff in there because a lot of, you don't want to get all of the man-made stuff in the frame. So it's a lot of close portraits and whatnot, which is okay. But as soon as that sun started going down, backlit was my main focus, and I did get a couple backlit, both whitetail and mule, that I was pretty happy with. It was definitely a good shoot. But yeah, so I had a really fun time with these guys. It was my first time shooting them since I've been out here. My first real long on-foot session with them. Hopefully they stop by more. I'd love to get some more mule deer. And it's kind of a good sign because, mule deer are supposed to be out far away from the city. And I have seen a bear in there too. So it's mainly just whitetails. Some days you go in there and you get nothing. But, so hopefully, might go in there one day and there might be elk or something. We'll have to see. But yeah, so I'll keep my fingers crossed. This was a great vlog to film, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So yeah, but I will see you guys on the next one. We have one vlog idea. I'm not sure it's going to work out, but this winter, me and Felix have an idea for a vlog that might be pretty cool. So we'll see if we can get that to work. But until then, I'll see you guys on the normal episodes and the post-processing episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you later. Adios.